Ant-Man and the Wasp follows a groundbreaking movie in Black Panther and an epic ensemble in Avengers: Infinity War that changed the Marvel Cinematic Universe forever. As a result, it's almost hard to adjust to what is ultimately a rather low-key adventure in comparison, and one which feels very, very personal. The world isn't at stake, and at around 1 hour, 50 minutes, it's a rather breezy affair which will probably never be described as either groundbreaking or epic. That doesn't mean it's sped by any means, though, and it's actually rather nice to dial things back a little and to just enjoy a superhero movie which isn't all about world building, teasing what comes next, and pitting our favorite heroes against a tyrannical alien or goddess of death. Unfortunately, Marvel Studios has gone back to bad habits by showing far too much of Ant-Man and the Wasp in the sequel's trailers and TV spots, something which means the surprises here are few and far between. There are still a handful of shocks and unexpected twists, but if you think you've pretty much mapped out the entire plot after watching those previews, you're probably right. On the plus side, there's enough to enjoy here to ensure that doesn't really matter, and Peyton Reed not only delivers some unique and inventive visuals but also a lot of very funny humor which feels perfectly suited to this franchise. It never feels out of place, and while the filmmaker was working with a lot of Edgar Wright's ideas the last time around, these heroes are in capable hands, and it's nice to see him come up with his own ideas, all of which work brilliantly and take full advantage of Ant-Man and the Wasp's powers. Would it be interesting to see someone else get a crack at them the next time around? Though, honestly, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. As expected, Evangeline Lilly steals the show as the Wasp, and it's a real treat to finally see that character in action because it's long overdue at this point. It goes without saying that Paul Rudd is once again excellent, as is Michael Douglas, but it would have been nice to see newcomers like Hannah John Kamen and Lawrence Fishburne get a little more to sink their teeth into. For what little screen time she has, Michelle Pfeiffer is fun to watch, and the sequel will definitely leave you wanting more. Overall, the cast is great, and I'm particularly happy to see Walton Goggins get so much to do, as the actor is extremely talented and not at all wasted here. In terms of visuals, Ant-Man and the Wasp is a great looking movie, and heading into the quantum realm is every bit as trippy as what we saw in Doctor Strange. Christoph Beck's score is also a highlight, especially as he has a lot of fun here and not only takes that classic theme from the first movie and puts a unique spin on it, but also gives the Wasp a memorable theme too. Unfortunately, while everything mentioned above goes a long way in making this another hit for Marvel Studios, the fact it's relatively straightforward and a by-the-numbers affair hurts it to some extent, as the experience is enjoyable but not really all that memorable. There's not a huge amount here to dissect, and while the ending will play on your mind and there's no denying the fact that it sets up the future in some intriguing ways, it's not a top-tier Marvel Studios movie, and just a little more imagination and a slightly smarter screenplay could have elevated the sequel to new heights. As it is, we should probably just be grateful it introduces such a great new hero in the form of the Wasp. Despite being a relatively straightforward affair, Ant-Man and the Wasp is a lot of fun and a much-needed palate cleanser after the shocking events of Avengers: Infinity War. It may not go down as an all-time great, but it's still another win for Marvel Studios and well worth checking out.